no one behind, the theme for World Social Work Day 2022. The Department of Science and Social Work, University of Mysore, in collaboration with MSW Socialites, Alumni Association, has organized this one-day symposium on ecological social work to celebrate the World Social Work Day 2022. The theme presents a vision and action plan to create new global values, policies, and practices that develop trust, security, and confidence for all people and the sustainability of the planet. World Social Work Day 2022 will be a highlight opportunity for the social work profession to engage all social work networks and the community to work within to make contributions to the values and principles which enables all people to have their dignity respected through shared duty. To start this beautiful day, let's invoke the blessings of Almighty. I call upon Ms. Divya on the stage.
ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ, ಪೂಜಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇ ನಾಥ, ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಗಣನಾಥ. ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ, ಪೂಜಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇ ನಾಥ, ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಗಣನಾಥ. ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತಿಯು ನೀನೇ, ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ನಂಬಿದವರಿಗೆ ನೀನು ವರವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವೆ. ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತಿಯು ನೀನೇ, ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ನಂಬಿದವರಿಗೆ ನೀನು ವರವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವೆ. ವಿದ್ಯೆ ನೀಡುವೆ, ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ನೀಡುವೆ, ಶುದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡುವೆ, ಕರುಣೆಯ ತೋರುವ ಕರುಣಾಮಯ ನೀನೇ, ಕರುಣೆಯ ತೋರುವ ಕರುಣಾಮಯ ನೀನೇ. ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ, ಪೂಜಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇ ನಾಥ, ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಗಣನಾಥ. ತ್ರಿಜಗ ವಂದಿತನೆ ಬಾರೋ, ಸುಜನರ ಪೊರೆವನೆ ಬಾರೋ, ತ್ರಿಜಗ ವಂದಿತನೆ ಬಾರೋ, ಸುಜನರ ಪೊರೆವನೆ ಬಾರೋ. ವಿಘ್ನವ ಕಳೆದು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ನೀ ನೆಲೆಸೋ, ವಿಘ್ನವ ಕಳೆದು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ನೀ ನೆಲೆಸೋ. ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ, ಹೇ ಗಜಾನನ, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸುವೆ, ನಿತ್ಯವೂ ಪೂಜಿಸುವೆ, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸುವೆ, ನಿತ್ಯವೂ ಪೂಜಿಸುವೆ. ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ, ಪೂಜಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇ ನಾಥ, ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಗಣನಾಥ, ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಗಣನಾಥ, ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಗಣನಾಥ.
ಸರ್ವ ವಿಘ್ನಗಳ ನಿವಾರಕನಾದ ಗಣಪತಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ತುತಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಶುಭ ಮುನ್ನುಡಿ ಬರೆದ ದಿವ್ಯಾ ಉರಣ್ಕರ್ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಮಾತೃದೇವೋಭವ, ಪಿತೃದೇವೋಭವ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಅತಿಥಿ ದೇವೋಭವ ಎಂಬ ಮಾತಿದೆ. ಅಕ್ಕರೆಯ ಕರೆಯೋಲಿಗೆ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಸೂಚಿಸಿ ಅಭಿಮಾನದೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹಾಜರಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅತಿಥಿ ಅಭ್ಯಾಗತರನ್ನು ಆದರದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಾನಸ ಗಂಗೋತ್ರಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಸಮಾಜ ಕಾರ್ಯ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ HP ಇವರು.
Namaskara. Good morning and welcome to the dignitaries on and off the dais. This day we have gathered here to celebrate World Social Work Day 2022. The International Federation of Social Workers promotes World Social Work Day since 1983. The IFSW, an international and non-governmental organization of social workers, has joined with the other organizations to facilitate international cooperation and recognize the accomplishments and contribution of social workers around the globe. Each year, the organization focuses on a theme. So this year's theme is co-building a new eco-social world, leaving no one behind. It enforces the idea that we are all connected and our future depends on every person's involvement in building a socially just future. So to facilitate the above theme, the Department of Studies in Social Work has organized this one-day symposium on ecological social work, launching of the Asian Journal of Professional Social Work website, and we would love to felicitate the proud alumni. And we are conducting poster presentation competition and skit competition around the theme. It is with immense pleasure I welcome our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor Hemant Kumar sir. So he is the president of the symposium today. Sir, I am humbled by your constant support to the department and personally myself. You have always been encouraging of all the programs and events we undertake. So under your guidance and support, we want to work and achieve greater heights, sir. On the behalf of the Department of Studies in Social Work, I welcome you, sir. Our VC sir doesn't know how to say no. Sir is like a Kamadeni. So whenever we approach, always he bless us. So thank you very much, sir, and we extend the same cooperation in future also, sir. And so as we were looking into the theme eco-social world and started visiting our program for the keynote addresses, who better than Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar, Chairman, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, who prides in calling himself a public servant, working for climate change. So could do justice to the theme of the year. Dear sir, we are very privileged to have you to deliver the keynote address and extend a warm welcome to you, sir. A new eco-social world, the Department of Studies in Social Work, in association with its MSW alumni, that is our alumni association of our department. Sir, our alumni association is the first registered association in the university, sir. So since 10 years we are working. In this endeavor, we have worked very closely with our alumni. I am very proud to welcome our own Dr. James Thomas, a president, MSW alumni, and a chief catalyst, Transcat People Solution Limited, Bangalore. He is the man of many hats, our chief guest to this World Social Work Day. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome my colleague and my teacher, Dr. Chandramoli, sir. Welcome you, sir, for his support and guidance in organizing World Social Work Day. I extend a heartfelt welcome teaching staff and affiliated colleges, non-teaching staff, and from other departments from the university, members of the jury, and member of the media person, research fellows, academicians, practitioners, and beloved students. Today's highlight is we are honoring our own proud alumni. I am very proud to have among us my beloved student. Our own alumni for this felicitation as a teacher, it brings me an immense pleasure to note the heights each of you have attained, and very cordially I welcome you to this World Social Work Day. And lastly, I welcome the media persons and my other affiliated college teachers, my students, and my own staff, teaching and non-teaching students. I wish a mutual learning and fruitful event. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. And we also welcome to this inaugural function. Now I request all the dignitaries on the stage to come forward and water the plants depicting the official inauguration of this symposium.
ವಿಕೃತಿಯಾದೊಡೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಆಯುಷ್ಯ ಕುಂದುಗು. ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾಶವಾಗಲು ಬಿಡದೆ ಅದರ ಉಳಿವಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣರಾಗೋಣ. ಸಸಿಗೆ ನೀರೆರೆದಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ಮಮತೆ, ಗೌರವ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಧಾರೆ ಎರೆಯೋಣ. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಉದ್ಘಾಟಿಸಲು ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆ, ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ. The Department of Social Work and MSW Socialites, the Alumni Association, has come up with a very novel concept of knowledge sharing and expressing platform, Asian Journal of Professional Social Work. Now I request Professor G. Hemant Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Mysore, to launch the website. And I request all the dignitaries to come together and officially launch the website.
ಸರ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದಾ?
www.ajpsw.com.
ನಿಲ್ಲೋ ಪಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಯ್ತು.
Thank you all the dignitaries to felicitation. Now moving on, I would like to call upon Mr. Sukesh to take forward the felicitation ceremony. Over to you, sir.
Morning everyone. So first of all, welcome everyone to the World Social Work Day Symposium. So first of all, welcome to the honorary dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Well, now it's time to felicitate the honorable students who have been successfully passed out and who have gained a recognized status in the society by suiting themselves in a suitable job. Right now, I'd like to call Mr. Yogesh NT, working as Child Development Project Officer, to please be on the stage. Secondly, I would like to call Mr. Nataraja, Child Development Project Officer. Next, I would like to call Mr. Mohammad Mukhtar, Child Development Project Officer. Mr. Kumar, working as Child Development Project Officer. And Mr. Cheluraju N, working as Child Development Project Officer. And lastly, I would like to call Ms. Jai Kiran, Child Development Project Officer. Now, I would like to call Mr. Tibbaya, working as Assistant Child Development Project Officer, on the stage. Next, I would like to call Mrs. Mamta, working as Assistant Child Development Project Officer. Mr. Annaya, working as Assistant Child Development Project Officer. Mr. Narayan M, working as Assistant Child Development Project Officer.
ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಿದೆ.
ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿ
ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಿದೆ.
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಹಾಂ ಲೈವ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಣ.
ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಬರಲ್ವಾ? ಮೇಕ್ ಬರಲ್ವಾ? ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಬನ್ನಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೈ ತೆಗಿಬಿಡು.
ಹಿಂದೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಜೂಮ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ.
ಏನು ಒಂಚೂರು ಹಿಂದೆ.
ಅಣ್ಣ
So,
ಬಸ್ ಪಡಪಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಂಟವರ ಅಲ್ಲ.
thank you all the recipients. And next, I'd like to call Mr. Ravi, working as KAS officer, on the stage, please. Next, I would like to call Mr. Arun Kumar, working as Assistant Child Development Project Officer, on the stage, please. I would like to call Mr. Abhikumar GS on the stage, please. In the next category, I'd like to call the assistant professors. Mr. Dr. Srinivasa T, working as an assistant professor. Dr. Dirikshan Singh Gaugi on the stage, please. Dr. Devraja R on the stage, please. Dr. Siddhappa Madar on the stage, please. Dr. Nandish YD on the stage, please. Mr. Deepu HM on the stage, please. Ms. Pushpalata N on the stage, please. And Mr. Riaz Ahmed on the stage, please. And Ms. Pushpa N, working as Assistant Traffic Manager, KSRTC, on the stage, please. Mr. Srinidhi, working as
ನನಗೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ನೋಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಈಗ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ.
சார் டிக்கெட் பண்ணி சார்.
ಲೈವ್ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Thank you to all the recipients. And now I would like to call Mr. Madhu K, working as Police Inspector of Bangalore. Next, I would like to call Mr. Srinidhi, working as Assistant HR Manager, Bharat Electronics Limited, on the stage, please. And Mr. Jai Kumar, working as Assistant HR Manager in Bharat Electronics Limited, Bengaluru. And now I would like to call Mr. Kumar HP, working as HR Manager, Macon, Bengaluru, on the stage, please. And lastly, I would like to call Mr. Tyagaraj NC, working as Welfare Officer in the Reserve Bank of India, on the stage, please. Mr. Ramesh KD, working as Sub-Inspector, on the stage, please.
అవునా సార్ సార్
తీసుకో మనిషి ఇటుపచ్చాడు అది
Thank you to all the recipients and our dear alumni. Now I would like to request our dear alumni who have come late and joined the event. So I would like to request them to please come on the stage if you have been present here and for the felicitation. Thank you.
ಅದಿಷ್ಟು ಸಾಧನೆಗಳ ಮುಡಿಗೇರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಸೇರಿದರು ನೀ ಅದ್ಯಾವುದೋ ಊರು ಮರಿಬೇಡ ನಿನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಬೇರು. ತಮಗೆ ತಾಯಿ ಬೇರಾದ ಮಾನಸ ಗಂಗೋತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತು ಇದೀಗ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಿಂಚುತ್ತಿರುವಿರಿ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಂದಿನ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯ ಚಿಲುಮೆಗಳು. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಭಗವಂತ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಉತ್ತಮೋತ್ತಮ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲು ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸಲಿ. ಸಹಕರಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆ, ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಮೈಸೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಮೇರು ಸರದಾರ ಇವರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿಂದು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿರುವ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜಿ ಹೇಮಂತ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಇವರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯದ ನಿಮಿತ್ತ ನಿರ್ಗಮಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಕಿರು ಪರಿಚಯದ ತಿರುಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆದುರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜಿ ಹೇಮಂತ ಕುಮಾರ್ was born in Mysore, Karnataka, India on May 21st, 1959. He did his BSc, BA, MSc, PhD from the University of Mysore. So we can happily say that he is an alumni of our university. Professor G. Hemanta Kumar has published more than 336 research papers in national and international peer-reviewed journals and presented more than 150 research papers in national and international conferences. He has over 1,442 scientific citations and has India's 21 for his research contributions. As of now, I ultimately saying that he is a gem. He is an amazing personality. Currently, Professor Hemant Kumar is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of University of Mysore. Sir, I am happily calling you on the dais to share your valuable thoughts.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Very good morning to you all. So in this occasion of Social Work Day, I must congratulate you, which is globally celebrated on 3rd Tuesday in the month of the March. Second thing is, the Social Work Department is one of the pioneer departments. Since 1980s, I am looking into this department. Normally in the campus there were 3 departments which was normally what we call observed more. One was MBA, Master in Business Management, MSW, and our Computer Science department where MCA is there. So these departments have contributed a lot to the society. With so many years, many people have joined this various services who are passed out from these departments. So I am a computer science department because I know how this department also came up. Once Professor Madhaya wanted to start the department at Madheshwara Hills, MMI's campus. It was in 92, 95, 96. At that time, they wanted to start which course they had to start. They decided, then one committee was formed. That committee finally gave a report. You start MCA and also MSW. Then I asked why? Because more number of applications were received for these courses, MSW and also MCA. There is more demand for that, what we call, they wanted to start. Finally, somehow there was a land issue, and in the name of what we call MMIs, I think 2-3 batches came out in Mysore itself. So that was the days where more demanding, more number of applications, because it was job, what we call, giving courses. So, and also I congratulate the Department of Studies in Social Work today. This is how a department should recognize our alumni and honor them. I am very happy, extremely happy, because all alumni were called and they were honored. And also, in response, all the alumni was settled at some point. Even in the working day, you all came here. That shows your affection towards the department. So nowadays, the alumni our alumni are throughout the world. So even in USA, they have got one GHK association, where many students in California, more than 30-40 students, where my name is J. Hemant Kumar. So like that, they have made one group, and like that, what we call, they join somewhere. What we call, I also go, what we call, join them in online and something like that. So like this, it is a motivation to our students, where our what we call, alumni are honored and placed in the positions where what we call like to have. First of all, I must congratulate all the alumni who have achieved what we call getting a job after the course through this department or their own. At the same time, I must congratulate this department faculty and also this alumni association who made this occasion to honor them, because it gives motivation. I think Professor Jyoti just now told me about they have got a session with all the alumni to interact with the current students. So nowadays, you know, this MSW is not the course only in University of Mysore. There are many places MSW is being conducted. That is why what we call all the PG courses are being distributed in different places. They are losing their what we call the main theme or main value, because more competition. And also the quality of the students, quality of the teaching, what is being done in our university, that may not be equal in all other places or what we call courses that we have started. But anyway, we have started, we are in the society, so we have to compete. For that, the particular skills and other things are required. So many students have appointed me, this department as doing something towards their what we call the skill. With this, I will just address Dr. Y.G. Prasanna Kumar, Chairman, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, and James Thomas, President of MSW Socialites, and also the Chief Catalyst in the People's Practices Solutions Bangalore, and also Dr. Jyoti, who is the Associate Professor and also Chairman of this department, Chandra Modi, Associate Professor of this department, and many faculties, all the faculties of our university, and the teachers of this department, and also students, researchers, and media persons who are present here. So I'm very happy to be here because this department is celebrating Social Work Day. The day marked an opportunity for the social workers and others in social service sector to celebrate their achievements, as well as to raise the awareness and support for the important role of the social workers play in lives of the vulnerable families and of communities. This year's theme is co-building a new eco-social world, leaving no one behind. This is the year's theme. This presents a vision and action plan to create the new global values and also policies and practices that develop the trust, security and confidences for all the people and sustainability of the plan. The World Social Day of 2022 which will highlight the opportunity for the social work profession to engage all the network and all the community. We work within to make the contributions to the values and the principles which enables all the peoples have their dignity respected through what we call the shared futures. The Social Work Day, World Social Work Day enforces the idea that we are all connected and our future depends upon every person's involvement in building a society for just future. Anyone can come together for the World Social Work Day, including what we call social workers, partner organizations, and those who care about the future of the changing our world for a better. Social worker serves many roles in their communities. They access their client needs and challenges. As advocates, they speak for their clients and getting them to access the resources where they need to improve their lives. Social workers are also respond to the crisis situations. They work in many settings too. That is, social workers find the positions in medical facilities, child welfare and human service agencies and schools. They can also work in education, teaching new social workers. And World Social Work Day celebrates the achievements of social work globally and also locally. It also recognizes the efforts of the individuals, those who have chosen the social work as the profession. I am extremely happy this Department of Studies in Social Work has come together and created this platform today to provide the opportunities to the social work community, practitioners, academicians and also students community to come together and exchange their thoughts. That is on co-building a new eco-social world, leaving no one behind. I want to congratulate the Department of Studies in Social Work and also MSW Socialites, Alumni Association of this department. As I heard that this is the first what we call Alumni Association in the campus, which is registered. And also today we have launched the Asian Journal of Professional Social Work website, that is agpsm.com. Just now I am very happy to launch that what we call website, because nowadays it requires all these what we call different advancements and other things we want to have. I'm happy that electronically you are doing it so that any student, any teacher, any researcher can access this. So let this type of work should go, what we call in with that, or all our alumni association peoples also work with this. I wish that very resourceful social work day and all the best for the events that we are doing today. So I'm very happy, and also let it the whole day you are going to have this workshop. I'm not here to hear what we call the keynote address of YG Prasanna Kumar, because I have got another work. We have got our convocation on 22nd. So, and also the chief guest Dr. James Thompson. So with this, I congratulate all of you and all our speakers once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your valuable words, sir. Now, it is the time to felicitate our keynote speaker, Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar, Chairman, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Hyderabad. I request upon our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to facilitate the keynote speaker. Now, we have another person, Dr. James Thomas, sir, President, MSW Socialites. I request all the dignitaries to felicitate Dr. James Thomas. And it's the time to felicitate the chief patron of this program, our Honorable VC. I request all the dignitaries to felicitate the Honorable Vice Chancellor.
Sir, we are really thankful for your presence. In spite of your busy schedule, you always accommodate and support our department. We are really glad that you are part of this World Social Work Day. call upon Dr. Gangadhar, Faculty, Department of Studies in Social Work, University of Mysore, to introduce the keynote speaker, Dr. Prasanna Kumar, Chairman, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Hyderabad.
Now, I have the blessed opportunity to introduce Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar, sir. Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar, Chairman, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Hyderabad. Dr. Prasanna Kumar holds PhD in Education with basic degree in Social Work and Master's degree in Sociology, Public Administration and Political Science. He also has professional education in Environmental Economics, Public Relations, Communication and Training and Development. Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar has pride in calling himself a public servant working for climate change. His expertise in disaster management as in the advisory panels of several state and national level departments. He is also an expert advisor for the government of Telangana in its disaster response force endeavor. A master trainer for civil services candidates, he conducts intensive training programs periodically at the behest of nationally recognized training institutes. He is currently actively involved in promoting higher education curriculum addressing rural concerns in India. Villagers to be producers, not just consumers. Is his conviction that drives him to work for rural challenges. He aspires for an adaptive, disaster risk resilient and eco-responsible India. The curriculum on MBA in Waste Management and Social Entrepreneurship and BBA and MBA in Rural Management are his major academic achievements dedicated to India's rural concerns. This has culminated in several collaborations, MOUs for introduction of MBA, BBA, Rural Management in higher education institutions across India. Dr. Prasanna Kumar has held diverse and successful portfolios earlier, including as Professor and Head, Center for Climate Education and Disaster Management in Dr. MCRHRD Institute, where he conducts several capacity building and action research programs in climate education, disaster management and crowd management. Director, National Green Corps, where he was instrumental in promoting environmental education activities in educational institutions. Senior Social Scientist, Andhra Pradesh Telangana Pollution Control Board, where he advocates environmental education and awareness. Capacity Enhancement Specialist, Administrative Staff College of India, ASCI, where he was involved in promoting reforms in municipal administration by documenting the best practices in municipalities and municipal corporations across the country. Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar has been instrumental in developing MGNCRE's state-of-the-art e-learning center with infrastructure for conferencing and training facilities, which include training programs, skill building sessions and workshops with facility for video linking the entire country and sharing online educational resources for rural community engagement and development. A man with many firsts to his credit and an incredible record of accomplishments. Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar is currently guiding Mahatma Gandhi National Council for Rural Education and building a resilient rural India. I think a very lengthy profile there is said to read, but thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I request upon Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar to address the gathering.
Good morning, Suprabhatam. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷೆಗಳು. I wish I could speak Kannada very well, but I can understand Kannada definitely to a very large extent. I've been having friends from Karnataka, and we have held programs for especially faculty members from Karnataka, all districts. So I'm missing Professor Kamadenuji, Professor Hemant Kumarji, who really was Kamadenu. We had in the morning offering of water to Kalpataru. So we have today Kamadenu and Kalpataru with us. I'm saying this because Kamadenuji asked me if I am hungry. He knew that I am hungry, so he said, "You have some snacks." Generally, that is empathy. He knows that I have travelled from Hyderabad 14 hours. I just got here at 9:40 to Mysore bus stand. I missed my flight, so I came by bus. So 9:40 to 10:20, it's 20, 30, 40 minutes from bus stand to the room to this place. So didn't have the opportunity of having the breakfast. But he ensured that I had the breakfast. That is empathy. Empathy is the starting point of social work, friends. Living in their world and getting them into our world. Not leaving them in their world, but getting them into our world. That's what is empathy. And that's what I learned from my basics of social work. When we say helping people to help themselves as the base definition of social work, then we are addressing this issue. When Jyotiji said, please come to this program, I immediately said yes, not knowing that 15th of March I have a program of UNESCO chairs. I am also UNESCO chair on experiential learning, work education and community engagement. So we had to be there. And not knowing that 18th, 19th and 20th will be holidays. 18th being Holi, 19th Saturday and Sunday. And then 21st is our national conference. I agreed for that, and then now you see, once you agree, if you are not your word, then you have no value. So I wanted to be my word. I came here, my mind is 90% there and 10% here. But the way the university has treated me, it got me 100% here. Thank you very much for the love that you have, the affection that you have, for the guests that we have here. The young friends from friends of social work education from all over the city. I was told that there are 7 institutions which are offering social work. When I was doing my bachelor's degree in 1981-84 in social work, those days Manasa Gangotri, Mysore University Department of Social Work was also very, very well known department. You're all lucky to have been the alumni of this institute, of this department. In fact, Dr. Jyoti herself, she was saying that she is an alumni of this place, right? So when Chandramouli came to pick me up from the bus stand, I found in him my younger brother, a very loving person. And I saw that love when some of the students were so overwhelmingly greeting him when they were here, the former students, the alumni here. Friends, National Education Policy 2020 talks about the role of alumni in building the departments and in mentoring the students of the department. Now, don't leave these alumni who are carrying away their awards. Catch them very, very with lot of grip. Don't leave them, because they will take you to those places where they are in. That's an important position they have achieved, they have got into because of their sheer hard work and the learning that they've got from this department. In 2005, there was a movement started in United States, leaving no child inside. Generally what is happening is they're all being roomed, not groomed. We are in the room in the house, we are in the bus, again in the room, again in the classroom, again in the bus, again in the room. So room after the room after the room after the room. Finally our life is all rooms, not rooms. In that context, if we have to connect with the world outside, then we need to be in the field. I was reading in the morning that there is a study done which shows that if people get engaged with the field, they are much more effective. Social work is one discipline which gives that opportunity of engaging with the field. I'm a student of ecology also. We studied Amos Hale, Park, Burgess and Mackenzie. The people who come from outside, they live here. People who are from here also live here. People who come from outside are looking for a family here, looking for a community here. People who are here, they are born into a community. So we are handling both types of people. The social work profession not only needs to gear up to handle those people who are looking for the rights of people, but they also need to handle the duties, people who are beautiful, who are in the professions, handling several important works. Not only that, from rights to duties to finally responsibilities. Mother is called as responsible person. Mother is not doing duties. Mother is not an employee. Mother is a responsible person. Mother is looking for a future of the child. There are children who are born in our own house, who are our own children, whom we feed, and they are our dependents. There are people on whom we are dependent. Our employment is dependent upon the children who come to the colleges. So there are children whom we give birth to, there are children whom we actually give food, and there are children who give us food by way of giving us the opportunity to be employed in our own education institution. Do we have the same goal for them? I want my child to be settled well, is my goal for my child. Do we have the same goal for the student who is in the college or in the university? If we have the same goal for the student who is in the university, then we are being responsible. Just like a mother is responsible for her own child, the faculty member becomes responsible for the career and future of the students. Those teachers are remembered, those who are responsible, who have actually gone into our careers. They're not giving just classroom lecture or study, some engagement, some learning. No. They are helping us to live in the world outside. When I was looking at this theme of this year's World Social Work Day, leaving no one behind. Leaving no one behind would mean that addressing and handling everyone who is there around. Not only those people who have been here, who are the residents of this place, the citizens of this place, but people who came from outside and have become the citizens of this place. They are also looking for a community. They are also looking for friends. They are also looking for a community life. Karnataka, Telangana, these are the places which have very high rate of migration, immigration, people who are coming inside. We have people coming from various parts of the country, from Bengal, from Odisha, from Bihar, from Uttar Pradesh. So all of them are looking for a community life. Are we part of that? Are we facilitating that? After all, one of the very, very important parts of life is being in community, being part of the community, being seen as part of the community. So that is what we are looking at, leaving no one behind, everyone along with us, together. When I went to Australia to get orientation and community consultation for environmental projects, there I have learned this aspect of leaving no one behind in the environment sector. In environment sector, the technologies grow faster, but the pollutants are also very, very fast in terms of their impact on the environment. So the difference between the requirement of the citizens in terms of safe environment around and actual competency of the industry to perform, keeping the safety of the citizens in mind, there is a gap. This gap needs to be filled in. The industry doesn't understand that the citizens are looking for something. Industry is looking for its profit as well as citizens. When you look at the citizens are looking for right to livelihood, right to life, which has the right to clean air, clean water, and clean surroundings imbibed in that right to life. Article 19 of the Constitution, Article 21 of the Constitution, Article 14, Article 16 of the Constitution is talking about equality. All of them ensure that constitutionally we have these rights. But this also means that the responsibility of the people who are impacting the environment is handled effectively. For that, there is a need for community and industry interaction. That community and industry interaction is to be facilitated by a process of consultation where citizens are sharing with the industry, with the environmentally impacting agencies on what is happening to their life and livelihoods. What is happening to their water, what is happening to the noise around, how the waste is being dumped in their neighborhood. You might have heard of this environmental phrase, NIMBY, not in my backyard. All of us would like to have waste being removed. All of us would like to have waste bins so that waste can be put there. But none of us would like to have the waste bin in our neighborhood. यहाँ पर नहीं, वहाँ पर लगाओ. वहाँ पर किसी और का घर है. ले वो वहाँ से बोलेगा मेरे से पास से निकालो और वहाँ लगाओ. Nobody lives in downstream is environmental slogan. Just because they relieve their waste and it comes to them and their waste comes to them and their waste comes to them, it doesn't mean that they are on the top. There is somebody else on the top somewhere else. Their waste also comes here. There is a need for continuous consultation required. If the water flows downward, air flows upward. Your water pollution comes down, your air pollution goes up. You cannot say that I am safe, so I will release my waste water. They will release their waste air, it will come to you. There is a need for a community consultation. Fortunately, I am also the first social scientist in any pollution control board in the country. So when I was handling the aspect of hazardous waste management, with my social work background, I have engaged the College of Social Work students in the field work in environmentally polluted region in that particular area. 21 villages were identified in which students of social work were put in for their field work to get the experience of the problems and challenges which are faced by the citizens in the neighborhood of highly polluting industries. In consultation with these citizens, a waste management facility was put up in a way that their lives are safer and happier and better. This consultation between the industry and citizens is to be mediated by those people who are trained in professional social work. It is not possible for anybody else. Anybody else trying to do it doesn't make much difference, because they won't even understand. They are looking at the environmental pollution or environmental impact as a technical aspect. It is a social aspect. It is an aspect related to habits. You must have heard of 1984 Bhopal gas disaster. Most of you wouldn't have been born at that time. But 1984 Bhopal gas disaster is an issue of habit also. Issue of habitual maintenance, operation and maintenance being handled effectively. We do not have the habit of maintaining the infrastructure, maintaining the machinery and plant in a way that it will function effectively. A leak is a leak, and a leak will have an impact for generations. That is what we have seen in Bhopal gas disaster case, where citizens are suffering even now. After so many years, we are still having people who are suffering there. So friends, with that understanding, when I joined the Pollution Control Board, when we were looking for impact and change from people who are at helm of affairs, I was looking at environmental education as one way. Habit formation through environmental education. पढ़ाई नहीं. Textbook नहीं. Not only seeing the situation, but being involved in the situation, getting into the situation and trying to change the situation in a way that communities have safer life. I know, friends, that I have made you wait for almost 1 hour. I am extremely sorry. I seek apologies from all of you. I tender my apologies to all of you for being late. But I know that this is an important juncture in which all of us are living. We are looking at a world which is disturbed, peace in the world being disturbed by people who want to be in power, or people who want to continue to be in power, and people who want to cast their shadow of power across. It is in this context that we are working. We have seen large-scale migration of people from places across the world in the last 20-25 years. Populations are migrating, whether it is because of impact of war, impact of the natural calamities. Floods are forcing people to leave the place. We've been having desertification, which is forcing people to leave the place. Leaving the place is not like putting this book from this place to this place. It is a human life which is in shifting, which means that a community is being displaced and a new community is to be constructed. It is not just physical community that we are constructing, it is a social community which is constructing, which requires a lot of support. That is where the social workers have a role. Giving an opportunity, giving a possibility is one thing, and making that possibility come to fruition, happen in the field level, we require the social engineers and social doctors that we are all from social work profession. So friends, environmental education is not the end. Environmental education is the beginning, and behavior change communication in environment sector is an important component of environmental education. We have been focusing on giving knowledge to people about environment. Greenery is good, air pollution should not be there, no noise should be there, waste should be put in the dustbin. All that we have been saying. But in terms of actual happening, why is it not happening at the level at which we want it to happen? There is a need for trust. There is a need for behavior change communication. There is a need for community action in that. There is a need for a social welfare action, social action in that direction, not just an administration of some rules and regulations. There are people who are working with the waste, there are women who are working with the waste, there are women who are working with water, there are women who are working with maintenance of infrastructure at home and in the world. It is also the concern of women, it is the concern of children. Child labor is involved in even e-waste management. So handling these social groups in a way that they would be capacitated to handle their life and make their life and living better is also one of the important roles of social work profession, friends. Ecological social work is a very, very important domain which will keep growing. In waste management sector, we have this Air Act, which has come in 1981, Water Act 1974, 86, Environment Protection Act. All these acts are facilitative in nature. They are both restrictive and restitutive. They also have a crime component of it. It is not just a civil aspect, but it is also a criminal aspect. That means a person can be jailed, but nobody gets jailed. There is no imprisonment done till now. It is mostly civil offence. It is treated as a civil offence. So it is in this context, friends, we have a role in making this world better. I want all of you to take up this specialization of environmental social work, whether you are doing your PMIR, whether you are doing your community engagement, community organization, or rural and urban community development. Don't leave this aspect of ecological social work, because it will haunt us. It will haunt us for the next 40-50 years, since we are working on climate change regime. I know that I can't keep giving lecture for a long period. We have the chief guest also to speak to you. Fortunately, the chief guest is your own alumni, a well-accomplished person, an engaged person. And it is in this context that we are looking at this group of people that you are all in making Mysore a better place, in making Karnataka a better place, in making Bharat a better place, in making this world a better place. You will be contributing in different capacities wherever you are in. If you are doing medical and psychiatric social work, there also biomedical waste management is there. If you are working in rural and urban community development, there also you have municipal solid waste and waste management components very, very strongly present. You go to an industry, you have industrial waste management also there. Go to any sector, the waste management related, environment related, ecological related aspects are there. They will haunt us. And the only people who have that competency of handling them effectively at the community level and also organizational level, the team that is there is you, all of us in the social work profession. I am very privileged. I take pride in being part of the social work profession. Presently, we are in the activity of promoting community engagement of higher education institutions across the country. We are having district mentors, district sustainability mentors being generated out of the faculty members. We are ranking the higher education institutions basing on their environmental performance, performance on water management, which includes water harvesting, wastewater management, wastewater recycling. We are involved in greenery promotion. We are involved in promoting solar energy. We are involved in promoting waste management, whether it is e-waste or other solid waste, biomedical waste, or any waste which is generated on the campus. And lastly, on space usage. We can't get away. What is happening in your building can be seen by anybody else everywhere in the world. The solar panels which are there in every university, every industry, every educational institution can be seen from Google Map. We count the amount of energy, we calculate the amount of energy generated by solar panels of any institution across the world by looking at the number of solar panels which are there on the head. One solar panel will give you 1.3 units of power every day. So I can tell you how much power you are able to generate. In the same fashion on the Google you can see how much greenery is there anywhere. Your house, anybody's house, we can see in this campus, that campus, what is the extent of greenery we can calculate and tell. So those facilities are also there. They help us in planning what can be green, what can be solar energized, where can we have our wastewater put. You know that the way water goes by from top to bottom, gradient. You can identify the location where you can have rainwater harvesting structure or where you can have the wastewater management based on the gradient where the water is stopping. So technology is also there for us. But for this technology to be put in use, you require a social system which is accepting this technology. For creating that social system, we have a very, very important role of social work professionals. Opportunities are there, but all of them are linked to enterprise. It is entrepreneurship. Don't look for employment opportunities, look for enterprise opportunities. Every living community requires waste management, which means that there is a requirement of community action which can be facilitated by the social work professionals, which you are all going to be, for which you are being groomed. So, as many number of villages, they require village development plans. That village development plan can be, the integrated village development plan, the Gram Panchayat development plan can be prepared very effectively with the social work skills that you have, where you look at the strengths of the people, not the weaknesses of the people. Social work works from the perspective of strengths. Everybody is competent, everybody is capacitated, everybody has competence to handle any situation. Only thing is they require a little bit of empathy, a support. That is what the profession of social work can definitely give. I would have loved to speak in Kannada, but I have my own debility in terms of handling Kannada. I can understand every word, but I can't speak. Since my name is Prasanna, everybody thinks that I am from Karnataka because a lot of Prasannas are there in Karnataka. But Prasanna would mean happiness, so Karnataka is a happy place. So when I come to Karnataka, I remember when childhood, people used to say, Erapalli Prasanna. No, I am not Erapalli Prasanna, I am Undavalli Prasanna. But nevertheless, we are all related friends. All of us are relatives. हम सब बंधुगण हैं. We are connected by our philosophy, by our thought, by our culture, by our tradition. All of you are my family members. I wish anytime, anywhere in the world, wherever, whatever you are doing, if we can be of any help, my own institution, my own council or me, we would definitely be interested in it, in helping you or being part of your work. We greet you for a bright future. Wish you a great life, great career, great life full of contribution. Thank you very much, Jyoti ji, for giving me this opportunity.
Dr. Prasanna Kumar sir, an expert in the field of ecological social work and disaster management, gave lots of information about ecological social work. And thanks for his love towards Karnataka. So thank you very much, sir, for being with us as a keynote speaker. Thank you very much.
Now, I call upon Miss Jay Kiran, CDPO, Hassan. Once again, give a big applause to her amazing success. Thank you, one and all. Moving on, now it is the time for beautiful words of the chief guest. I would like to call Dr. James Thomas, Chief Editor, President, MSW Socialites, Alumni Association of Social Work, University of Mysore, and Chief Catalyst, People Practice, Transcat, People Solutions, PVT Limited, Bangalore. Sir, we are excited here to hear your wonderful words.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಗುಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜೋರಾಗಿ. Our beloved Vice Chancellor is not there with us now. Respected Sir, Dr. Prasanna Kumar, today's keynote speaker, Chairman of Mahatma Gandhi National Council for Rural Education, Hyderabad, Dr. Jyoti HP, Associate Professor and Chairperson of the Department of Studies in Social Work, Dr. Chandramouli, Associate Professor of the Department of Studies in Social Work, University of Mysore, all nominees for the felicitation program, other teaching and non-teaching staff, research scholars, students and my dear friends. I request 10 minutes of your attention without a phone, without talking, please. I am talking about the research topic. Maybe it is boring for many of us. It is an amazing experience to come and meet you again and again. In the invitation, I saw my name as a chief guest. I am sorry, I am not a chief guest here. I am a part of the University of Mysore from 1985, and I studied MSW in 88 to 1990 here in the very own department. Mine was the first batch of MSW after separating it from the mother Department of Sociology. I come and stand here with gratitude to all my teachers, Professor Y.S. Devada, Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University, Dr. TPP S.V. Ramaniya, my PhD guy, Dr. Nagaraju, Professor Indra, Dr. Usha Rao, Mr. Santosh Kumar, Dr. Shiopa, and a host of luminaries from other schools of social work. My assignment today, given by Dr. Jyoti, was to explain about Asian Journal of Professional Social Work. Before proceeding further, let me ask you a couple of questions. I am quite sure that the teaching staff will be knowing about it, but for the enhancement of knowledge for the student fraternity, let me ask you, how many students get admitted to higher education every year? Any idea? It is only 3,85,000 students get admitted to postgraduate studies in India. That is only 0.027% of the Indian population. So all of you are blessed. All of us are blessed. 0.27 of the Indian population. I congratulate all of you for getting admitted in the university and studying in this prestigious University of Mysore and also the Department of Studies in Social Work. Government of India is funding us to study. Let us apply the knowledge and work towards bringing equality in the society. My congratulations to all the students out here, all the recipients of the felicitation program. I am sure that the umpteen number of students in the NGO sector, private sector, government sector, from the Department of Studies in Social Work, those who have made a mark for themselves, and all faculty members and educators, researchers, we are truly blessed. And we have the responsibility to share this knowledge with others, those who do not have it, Do you agree with me? Can I hear a yes? I would like to give a prelude to the launch of Asian Journal of Professional Social Work. We need to disseminate knowledge related to fields of professional social work and allied disciplines in order to give back to society. What we have gained must be passed on. You may be aware that we do not have any major journals or international repute in social work, though there are a couple of them. It is our endeavor to bring a journal that is very competitive and with international standard. And with this perspective and free for all the contributors. Of course, the subscribers may have to shell a small amount for their subscription. Idea of starting this journal came up 5 years back, but now we could materialize it. I feel it is better late than never. The name is Asian Journal of Professional Social Work, published twice a year from the Department of Studies in Social Work, along with the Alumni Association of the Department of Studies in Social Work. It is published in ajpsw.com. I request all the researchers, the students, those who are doing research, and the faculty members of various schools of social work to share your articles so that we can publish it free of cost. The advisory committee of the journal is Colonel Dr. Y.S. Deoda, Vice Chancellor of Tumakuru University, Dr. TBBS Ramanaya, former Emeritus Fellow, UGC retired professor, Department of Studies in Social Work, Dr. R. Shivappa, Registrar of University of Mysore and also professor of the Department of Studies in Social Work, and Dr. Janaki Antarya, Professor and Dean, Jamshedji Tata School of Disaster Studies, Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai, and Dr. Chandramouli, Associate Professor, Department of Studies in Social Work, Manasam Lotri, Mysore. And the editorial committee, we have a host of people here. Dr. Ushinder Kaur Popli, Professor and Director of Department of Social Work, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. Dr. IFS Hridayaraj, former Professor of XLRA, Jamshedpur. Dr. Lavlina Littleflower, Professor and Head, Department of Social Work, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. Dr. Kimne Waifar, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychiatry, Social Work, Demands. Dr. Ashok Kumar, Professor, Department of Social Work, Vishwabharati, Sriniketan, West Bengal. Dr. Anuradha Komanduri, Professor and Head, Department of Social Work, Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Women's University, Tirupati. Dr. Faratul Ali Ain, Assistant Professor, Department of Social Work, Aligarh Muslim University, Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Wilson Mulaya, Head of the Department and Associate Professor, Social Work, Department of Social Work and Social Care, Faculty of Health, Kingston University, United Kingdom. Dr. Jyoti HP, Associate Professor and Chairperson, Department of Studies in Social Work, Manasangotri. Dr. G. Gladstone Xavier, Head of the Department, Department of Social Work, Loyola College, Chennai. Dr. Sushma Batra, Professor, Department of Social Work, Delhi School of Social Work. Dr. Prince Anadre, Associate Professor, Department of Social Work, Madras Christian College, Chennai. Dr. Sneha Gupta, Assistant Professor of Social Work, Faculty of Management Studies and Behavioral Sciences, Amity University, Haryana. Dr. Mohan Arunachalam, Residential Crisis Support Worker at Canadian Mental Health Association, Toronto Branch, Ontario, Toronto, Canada. Dr. Sunny Jose, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of Loyola College of Social Sciences, Thiruvananthapuram. Professor Jane Brickbeck, School of Social Work and Human Service, Thomson Rivers University, Canada. Dr. Noor Mubashir, Associate Professor and Head, PG Studies and Research in Social Work, St. Philomena's College, Mysore. Dr. Prabha Tirumale, Associate Professor, College of Social Work, Nirmala Niketan, Mumbai. Dr. Samuel Raja Samuel, Principal, Madras School of Social Work, Chennai. Dr. Nirmala Alex, Assistant Professor, Stella Maris College, Chennai. And Dr. Shivli Kumar, Chairperson and Associate Professor, School of Social Work, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. Let me place it on record the contributions of Mr. Shashank from IT Department of the University of Mysore for designing the website. Ms. Sweta, guest faculty from the Department of Studies in Social Work, Manasundra Gangotri, Mr. Pradeep, Research Fellow from NIMANS, and Dr. Noor Mubashir from St. Philomeno's College for their contribution to the website. Their unrelenting support, you are truly doing a great job. My sincere thanks to all the advisors and the editorial committee members for their yeoman service. Without expecting anything, they have agreed to peer review and contribute towards the success of the journal. My sincere thanks goes to Dr. Jyoti for taking up such a wonderful program for the students as well as for the alumni. We are there with you and your team. Jai Karnataka, Jai Bharat. Thank you. If you have any questions related to this, you can ask during the lunchtime.
Thank you, sir. Your talk was really very precise to this symposium.
Thank you very much, sir. May I request upon Mr. Annaya, ACDPO, to come on the stage. I request the dignitaries to felicitate Mr. Annaya, ACDPO. I thank the dignitaries for felicitating Mr. Annaya.
Dear all, we have reached the far end of the inaugural. I request Dr. Chandamauli sir, our beloved professor, to cast vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon, all of you who are present in the morning. Well, today is a very auspicious day from many perspectives because on this day we are here to celebrate the World Social Work Day. That is one thing. And secondly, at the global level, the Ukraine and Russian war is seems to be coming to an end. The diplomatic dialogues are supposed to start up now. On this day, when we are speaking about social work, humanity, social work values, probably we wish the entire world develop peace and social justice. Friends, I'm also grateful to all of you because, well, I'm overwhelmed to see all of you, the old as well as the youngsters. Welcome back to the department. It is your department. We all need your support. Let us meet regularly like this. Well, as a formality, I'm here to extend vote of thanks to the dignitaries on the dais as well as off the dais. Well, I thank Dr. W.G. Prasanna Kumar, Chairperson, Mahatma Gandhi National Council for Rural Education, Hyderabad, for being with us today inaugurating the Social Work Day program and also delivering the keynote speaker. Well, I thank him on behalf of the Department of Social Work, University of Mysore, and also on behalf of all of you. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank Professor G. Hemant Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, a very lovable person, University of Mysore, who has presided over the function and spoke to us and motivated us. Thank you very much, sir, on behalf of the department as well as on behalf of all of you. Well, it is my immense pleasure to thank Dr. James Thomas, who is an alumni of this department, who, in spite of all his busy schedule, came all the way from Bengaluru. So, James sir, I extend a warm thanks to you for being with us today. Thank you very much, sir. Well, my sincere thanks goes to Dr. H.P. Jyoti, Associate Professor and Chairperson of the Department of Social Work, University of Mysore, Anchakandutri, Mysore. Well, she is the pillar of strength, the pillar behind all this program. Very neatly designed program, came out very well. Madam, I thank you on behalf of all of us. We also have with us Dr. Professor Venkatesh Murthy, Director, Saranvi PG Center, Mandya. Well, I thank you also, sir. I also thank all the recipients of the felicitation of today. The number is very big, so I totally I say thanks to all of you from the department as well as on behalf of all of my student fraternity for having come. In spite of all your busy schedule, you have come, you have made it, so thanks to you. Well, I also thank all the faculty members of my own department as well as all the staff members of affiliated colleges of University of Mysore for being with us. Thank you very much, all of you. I also thank all my MSW students, both first year as well as second year students, who have really came in a very active way and participated with us very positively. I thank you once again, all of you. I also thank the non-teaching staff who have worked day and night to fulfill the requirements of this program. In fact, without their support, probably the program would not have come with this way. So, all my non-teaching staff, I extend you a very great thanks. I also thank the media personnel who have covered this program in a very beautiful way. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank all of you once again. Thank you so much for being here.
We thank Dr. Chandramoli, sir, Associate Professor, and one of the mentors of this program for presenting the vote of thanks. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Now let's take a tea break and gather back here after 5 minutes.
What of thanks ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್
ಬೈ ಗಾಡಿ ರೆಡಿ ಐತೆ ಬೈ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಬೈ ಗಾಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಹೌದಾ ಸರಿ 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 ಹಾಂ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಬೈ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೈ ಮದುವೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ ಹಾಂ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಬೈ
ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ ಬೈಬೇಡ ಬೈಬೇಡ ಬೈಬೇಡ
ಸರ್ ಶಿನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಶಿನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಿ ಸರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ನೋಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ನೋಟ್ ಹಾಂ ಸರಿ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ನೋಟ್
ಸರ್ ನಿಮಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಬಂತ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡೋಪ್ಪ ನೀನು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಸಿದೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬಿಸಿಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಹಾಂ
ನಿನ್ನ ಕಂಗಳ ಬಿಸಿಯ ಹನಿಗಳು ನೂರು ಕಥೆಯ ಹೇಳಿವೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ನುಡಿಯ ಕೇಳಿ ನೂರು ನೆನಪು ಮೂಡಿವೆ. ನಿನ್ನ ಕಂಗಳ ಬಿಸಿಯ ಹನಿಗಳು ನೂರು ಕಥೆಯ ಹೇಳಿವೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ನುಡಿಯ ಕೇಳಿ ನೂರು ನೆನಪು ಮೂಡಿವೆ. ತಂದೆಯಾಗಿ ತಾಯಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಮತೆಯಿಂದ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದೆ, ಬಿಸಿಲು ಮಳೆಗೆ ನರಳದಂತೆ ನಿನ್ನ ನೆರಳಲಿ ಸಲಹಿದೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮನ ಮರೆಯುವುದೇ, ನಿನ್ನ ಕಂಗಳ ಬಿಸಿಯ ಹನಿಗಳು ನೂರು ಕಥೆಯ ಹೇಳಿವೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ನುಡಿಯ ಕೇಳಿ ನೂರು ನೆನಪು ಮೂಡಿವೆ.